And another misconception is he was found guilty, but he took a plea agreement, so he pled either guilty or no contest, which you should know that those are always offered for a pretty good length of time cut off of it for what they want to originally get you for. So they were trying to go for 40 years. And he said, no, we're going to take it to jury trial. And then he was offered 9 years. And he said, no, let's go to jury trial. When his lawyer came back the next time, she told him, if you don't take this 90, they're going to give you 40. Okay. So he took the 9. um huh? What is it? Oh, damn. How cold is it? So the first thing I am going to show is I'm going to show you what I was originally going to show. So I'm going to show what I first seen that they um either did not know or refused to say that was in those papers. Um and there was another, I don't know where Gemini um sourced out that from. I went to the county that he uh lived in and was arrested in uh for those charges. I went to the court records. So when you search his name, it came up with 3 cases. One of those was in '89, I believe it was, for a DUI or DWI. Um, and then uh, the other two, one was what they showed. Leo baby, I blocked a lot of people. Some personal, some not personal. Um, oh, hold on. That's not what I want. Mm, let's see. Okay, so we have um oh, I know what may just have to just click through them. Uh, one, two. Okay, here's the first page. Um, okay, so the first page um is, let me see if I can get my box different, but you'll still read it. Okay. Um, so the first count was aggravated sexual assault. Second charge, aggravated sexual assault. Third count, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And 4, aggravated kidnapping. Okay. Let's see her. That is gonna be 4. Okay. Now let's work on count number 3 first. Count number 3 was what? Count number 3 was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Okay. Let's get that one out of the way real quick. This is what they failed to show. When you search his name, this is one of the cases that it pulls up. If you notice, the arrest date is the same for November the 1st of 2000. And it was for the offense of aggravated assault causes serious bodily injury. That is dismissed. Um, okay. So we will go back to and this other stuff is just everything, every little thing that they did during any court proceeding. If any of you have looked up court records, you know what I'm talking about. So this is what it should look like when you pull up somebody's name. Which one says dismissed, one says disposed. So okay, here's the one that I want. Okay, so at the very bottom of the one that says disposed, you get down to the very end of the case, the court proceedings. And on 8/14/2001, you have a guilty plea memorandum. Now, what was confusing was what the conviction was for. So if you notice at the very beginning, it says count 4. So it's only naming one count. Not all 4. Count 4. Judgment on plea of guilty or no contest before court waiver of jury trial and sentence of confinement 9 years TDCJ with 286 days credit. Okay. Let me put this back on. Let me put this back on green screen for a minute. Okay, you can open the comments. I'm going to put that up for a second. Okay, so what I just showed is exactly what I've been saying, which is he was he took a plea deal for one count, and count 4 was kidnapping. The story is, before I go any further, the story is that he was living with his girlfriend and her kids and his who he thought was two boys, his boys. And he had been having a lot of problems with one of the girls, not going to school, running around, sneaking out, all kind of problems. He was told by a CPS worker that every day from now on that she missed school, he would have to pay $25. So that morning they wake up and she says she's not going to school. And he said, "Yes, you are." She said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Well, if you're not going to school, then you're going to work with me." So, she gets in the truck and they're on their way to his work. And then she was continuing to give him problems. So rather than take her to his job, so she could cause even more problems. He took her to one of her friends' house and dropped her off. This was early in the morning before school started. That night is when they got into a fight. He said, "Fine, he's tired of it. He's leaving." So he left that night. The home. He went to a whole nother city. um, a couple hours later, is when she makes these accusations. Okay. Now we have, let me see, the beginning of this. This is the record that I paid for. It is his criminal record, which is all of his convictions. Not all of any arrests he had or any charges. It's all of his convictions. Let's see. Okay. So if you want to turn comments off, please. I received this report. I went to the Texas DPS, which is the Texas Department of Public Safety website. I got this website from talking to the district clerk's office, and paid a fee to get this report. So this is Mr. T. He is a male. He's white. He's 5'7", 150 pounds, green eyes, brown hair. Tommy Bowman or Tommy Ray Bowman. Date of birth is 3/23. It's on there. Okay, let's continue. Okay, that's the last page. Okay. So the first arrest and charge that he has on there that had a conviction um, was in 86. It was for assault. Um, Court disposition at the bottom, it shows that he was convicted. And then it has, hold on, what was that? Convicted, 86. Okay, for the 86 one, he got a um oh he was convicted and he was fined. There was no jail time, uh just a fine. This was back in 86. Okay. The next one was in 87. Um he had one charge that was DWI. He was convicted, and the court provision was a fine and costs. Oh, he did get 15 days confinement. So he served 15 days and then was fined and costs. The next one is June 7th, 1989. He got a driving with license suspended. He was convicted and he got fine and cost. The next one was October 20th, 1989 for DWI or DUI. Court disposition, he was convicted. He received 3 years court or 3 years probation and fined. The next date was 10/13 of 92. For a DWI felony, court disposition, he was convicted. He received 2 years probation. The next arrest was June 10th, 1993. for evading arrest or detention. It was a Class A misdemeanor. Court disposition. He was convicted. Evading arrest. Okay, he was convicted. He was found guilty. He received 10 days in jail, $250 court fine, and $165 court costs. Okay, the next date is, let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, next date is April 1st, 1995. Driving while intoxicated, third degree felony. Um, he was convicted, pled guilty, did 0 days confinement, 10 years probation, $500 court fine, $125 court costs. And his driver's license was suspended for 1 year. What's this one? Hold on. Oh, court status B. So he received probation revocation. On this one, he pled guilty. And then he was confined to for 3 years. He received 3 years confinement. Let me make sure with the rest spot. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. November 1st, 2000. Arrest offense, aggravated kidnapping. Felony, first degree. That's the offense record. Prosecution detail, the district attorney's office picked it up for aggravated kidnapping, and that it was a felony in the first degree. Court status A was he pled guilty. He got 9 years confinement and paid court cost of $252. Now the rest of it is like the bottom right there where it says custody records. That's just where any pardons or the pardon and parole boards that he yeah. Okay, Okay. So the only conviction he had for November the 1st of 2000 was for kidnapping, which is exactly what I said. Hi, everybody. Thank you. That is all of the convictions he's ever had. I think he had the. How old were you when you had the first assault? It was in 86. 19? Yeah. So he had an assault when he was 19. Um, and back then they didn't do anything, you know, it was a fight. Oh, I no, I know. I know I didn't have to. Um, but so what you're not gonna do, um, is because you're mad, is try to pull up records on my husband and then lie about what he was convicted for and call him a rapist. That's not what you're not that's what you're not gonna do. Um I mean, you did do that. You did do that. But I proved you wrong. Uh Number two, if you looked up the Texas statute, Amanda, I don't know how come you didn't look up that if he was convicted of that, he would have had to register. Have you tried looking him up on the registry? No, you haven't. Because if you had, you would know that it comes back with 0 results. But if you had done that, you would not have been able to spin that he raped somebody. You wouldn't have been able to spin that. I guess you thought that nobody would think. They're just gonna think about those charges. That's it. They're not gonna wonder, well, then why isn't he on the registry? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, so I mean, it's not hard to look up somebody on the register. Okay, great. Well, I mean, I'm wondering why you didn't go further um and do that to um put even more validity in what you were saying. If that's what he did, it would have put more validity in what you were saying. So he never laid his hands on anybody, um, any female, for any reason. Nor would he. Would he threaten it if you piss him off? Hmm. A lot of people will threaten things when they're pissed off. So I'm wondering if I'm wondering if we're going to get your apology for that, because you did defame his character. I mean, if you stop and think about it, do you have any idea what that can do to somebody's life? Yes, plus slander. Have any idea what that can do to somebody's life? And again, I will repeat, I have yet to say anything about any of you, do anything to any of you that um is personal or will have an impact on your real life. But wasn't it, didn't they say not too long ago that somebody should do their research before they put shit out there so they're not putting out misinformation? Hey, stop the BS. and knowing at least one of you, uh, Amanda, I don't think I will see any regret. I don't think Mr. T will receive any apologies. Um, because the one thing, see, Amanda, let me tell you what you did to Mr. T, to make him come at you, in any way. Um, your man was just guilty by association. To be honest with you, um, but for you, it's because one, you been coming at me for 6 months. Two, you have sat in boxes or in lives when people have talked about him being on Grinder and didn't say shit. But you loved him so much too. You treated him so well too. Huh? Oh, you want me to go private now? Oh. Like right now I have like end and oh. Um but I know a lot of people are questioning why Mr. T is ever vocal on my live. No, I am not private right now. I will be going private as soon as I'm done with this. Thank you, Bird. Um, yeah, I'm currently still trying to get a copy of the uh, DNA results. Um, even though I don't need to, having, I'm running into problems getting that. Oh my god. So the reason he was ever vocal, um, and he was vocal before when we were all friends. So he was friends with some of them, uh, as much as they were friends with me, especially Rim. Him and Rim are a lot alike. Um, so they had more in common, but they were just as close as me and her were. The love was deep, deep. Thank you. So, Amanda wanted to double down last night, and say that he was convicted on all four counts. I love that for her. Uh, and I hope that you learn a lesson. Can you confirm she knew his real and correct charges or no? Um, yeah, so the charges that they showed were correct. The conviction, however, was not. He was arrested and charged on all four of those charges. However, he was only um, con- convicted by plea agreement on the kidnapping. All other three charges were dismissed. Well, I mean, the funny thing about that is that part of the problem that they had with me was everybody that was coming over here, all the new people that were coming over here, and what they were going to do to my platform. Um, and a lot of the main players in that are the ones that she sits with today and yeah, and defends. Bougie, OG. Florida man. They were all going to take my platform down and turn it to shit. Are they not? Are is it's not different for you though? So Monsters Unblocked. I don't know if she's gonna choose to come in here or not. Um, if she had to ask me a question or questions. Yes, anybody can ask questions. I don't know if it was shared to her or not. Oh,
Oh, hold on, my music's exploded.
oh, there we go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
So because I didn't fucking read. Well, I don't know what you just showed. I mean, I read it, but I don't know how to read all that shit, right? So I'm just gonna ask you random
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Uh, what was there SA?
No.
No, not
Nope.
convicted of SA,
No.
but But I guess you could be charged with something but not convicted.
Yes.
So they tried to charge him with it.
Yes. She accused him of that. There was DNA testing done at when they took her to the hospital, and that those DNA results came back to not be his.
And who proceeded with the kidnapping stuff? The mother or the school?
The state did.
Okay, because I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
Um,
the state did.
and so he has assault. Are any of the assaults with a female?
No. Do you remember who the assault was with when you were 19? No, no. He's only had that one other assault. Um, when he was 19, and I mean that doesn't name it, but I imagine it was a a male. It was just a fight.
Okay. Um, just trying to see how it could go. Trying to,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
um, I'm not but for all of you window licking all the things, I'm not condoning this. I don't give a fuck. It's his record, not mine.
Hmm.
Honestly, if there's no essay, no endangering of a child, all of these things, then I'm gonna need a little bit more before I run her through the mud.
Yep.
I know that people have been wanting to know, but um, I mean, again, no offense, but I was never gonna fucking meet Tommy or T in real life. Like I like them as TikTok friends, but
Yep.
my you know, I do understand that Amanda is, upset because, you can go, okay, well, he has assault charges and he threatened
Hmm.
me. And I can, all right, I get that. Again,
Yep.
don't agree with him saying it,
Yep.
but, like, fuck. Um, honestly, now whatever he has to say is kind of like on him because y'all don't put some kind of a serious fucking record on him. And
Yep.
I mean, look, I'm open. If y'all find some mystery fucking package that's got the other charges that T couldn't pay for, then by all means, let's present them.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't. One, I don't know where it was any of y'all's fucking business in the first place. It would have been as simple as running a registry scan.
Yep.
You would have thought that would have been like, I don't know, one of the first fucking things. But what I digress. I also need for them to have like some kind of a document on them, not Chat GPT. I'm gonna need to actually like. So sorry, T. Um, I might have walked away if the assault was with a woman,
Yep. Nope. It was not.
but
Um.
um, also it kind of hit a little hard when you said 19 fucking 86, guys.
Well, times were different then. It
I'm
was
just
back
saying,
then.
19 fucking 86, really, guys? Like, we're talking about people who have records and are reformed and we've accepted them, but like, you're gonna bump out 1980 fucking 6. God bless, how old is he? Um,
58.
fucking, I was 5 in 86. Like, Jesus. Um, again, I can't see any which way that they can turn it. I mean, I can see that they can say, oh, he has a history with assault. And, he threatened assault. And I can see that. All right, whatever. I get that. Do I say it's right? No, I don't say it's fucking right. But what you didn't see is that his history was never with a female.
Hmm.
So,
Nope. And I have stated that he's a recovering alcoholic. You can clearly see that on his record.
I mean, is he an alcoholic now?
No, he doesn't drink
Okay,
anymore.
well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Drag me if you guys want, if whoever's window licking, but I mean, I ask the questions that matter to me, and at least I have balls enough to fucking come over here and ask them. So, Bye, T.
Hi. You would have never guessed what, Ash? You wasn't born until the next year. I was born in '79, so maybe I was 7. Oh. Okay, Mandy. Yeah. Hundreds of people have records. Hundreds of people have been arrested. Hundreds of people have been convicted. Hundreds of people have made up shit to get people arrested. That happens too. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live. Um, and going to set my account back to private, and I will return. Mr. T did like to party, and it was more than alcohol. Uh, right now, okay. In and come back. Okay, okay. See you in a minute.